All righty. We are here for another stream, another late night stream here in America. I guess it's not late. What am I saying late? It's like 7 p.m. Another 7 p.m. not so late stream here in America. Early, I guess, if you're in places like Taiwan. And today, of course, as the title should say, we're going to be talking about how the shills want to end, how the shills, out of all the people, right? Surprise, out of all the people that want to end the channels of people like me, of course, and Serpent Today and Lao 86 and all these other channels, right? Of course, they want to end our channels, right? Because we're the bad people, right? These horrible anti-China, because that's of course that's the label. And I've talked about this a lot, but I think it's important to continue to laugh and to mock them for this idea that we're somehow anti-China. Oh my God, did you guys see Private China? He anti-China. Private China is so anti-China. Oh my God. Like we have to continue to laugh and make fun of these retards for constantly saying that anyone that doesn't agree with them anti-China. Because that's what it is, right? They continue to push the anti-China. But who's really anti-China here? Let's be honest. Who is really anti-China? Who's really anti-China here? And these are the people that are not showing the good sides of China, that are not doing the good things, right? And showing the great parts of China. Those are the people that are anti-China. But let's be perfectly honest. These people that say that I'm anti-China, actually they're anti-YouTube. They're supporting a country that is anti-YouTube. Think about that. They're saying to YouTube, take down these people. Take down these people that don't agree with me, even though I support someone that's anti-YouTube. Think about that for a second. They want to take me down and these other channels down because we disagree, even though they support China and they're here on YouTube. Think of the irony. What about that? That is some ironic shit right there, isn't it? And the thing that really gets me is, why are these people not marked? And I've heard a few people in the comment section talk about this. Why are these channels not marked as potentially being propaganda for state-run media or CCP or even an individual outlet? If they put out a video and they're like, hey there guys, we're here today with CRI, shouldn't it say that they're sponsored by state-run media? I would think so. Seems only fair, perhaps in the future, they definitely should be. It seems to me that for a group of people that want to take us off the channel or off of YouTube, that they're the ones that are actually kind of cheating the system, right? A lot of people get mad at me because I make videos with other people's videos in my video, right? Which is actually legal, by the way, of course. And there's nothing you can do about it because, again, that's just legal. And, they get mad about that. And the reason that they get mad about that is because I take all the stupid shit that they say and I put it in my video, right? And I use it against them. And that's the reason that they want people like me taken down, is because they feel that, like, well, we can't debate them. We'll never win the morality battle. We'll never say, well, we've chosen the better side. So instead, it's just easier for them to be like, well, they should be taken down because they're anti-China, right? They're anti-China, so they should be taken down. They're anti-China, and to me, like, that's such an, such a silly thing anyway. Anti-China, like, dude, I'm American. Do you know how many people are like anti-America? How many people are like talking about America negatively all the time? Even if that were true, like even if we only specifically focused on being negative towards China, even if that happened, which we're definitely not doing that, but even if, wouldn't that just be like another, like, I don't know, another piece of sand on the beach? It's like, it would be like, so what, right? You're never going to stop people from having negative ideas about certain things, right? But what gets me is that whenever it's about CCP, it's a little different, right? Because you've got these paid Wu you've got all these people that will go out there and they'll be like, oh, you talk bad about the government in China. It's like some holy thing that you don't do. It's like the Pope, you can talk shit about the Pope. You can be like, yeah, screw the Pope. But you bring up the Chinese government and like you get attacked, right? And then you have these people that are like, you got to take those anti-China guys off YouTube. Like, it's hilarious how much we go through as people just debunking, this communist regime on the internet. And they're like, well, you got to take them off YouTube, man. They're just anti-China. And it's like, really, like, if I say like Xi Jinping isn't handsome, like I get flooded with like death threats. Like people want to send like, people want to take like, I don't know, they want to like throw a bomb at my house or something. It's like, what's going on here, And for some reason, they think that we're the ones that should be taken off the internet. Like, we have never done anything to support anything negative towards anyone. We don't support any of that. I don't support anyone going to anyone and saying negative things or doing negative things or doxing them or whatever, right? That is not supported. And they support the group that does that, but they're like, these anti-China YouTubers, we've got to get them off the internet here. So I think that it's hilarious that you have people like Guelo and some other smaller channels too. They're like, well, we've got to get rid of these anti-China YouTubers, and they're going so far as to even say that, well, you've got to flag their channels. And the problem with that is that whenever YouTube sees this happening, they're not stupid. They know that there's a flagging campaign going on, right? They know, they understand, right? And the ones that are actually being dangerous in this case is not us. It's not us for warning people about what China is really like. You see, that's always been my thing from the beginning. Was I always wanted people to know what to expect before they get to China. I don't want to be like, everything is green, the pollution is amazing, there's no pollution, the water's perfect, the food is always great, and then like you get there and you get food poisoning, you drink the tap water and practically die, you trip and fall, and like it's just like, it's not realistic, right? And it's not to say that China is not an amazing place. It is a great place. Hell, I would go back to China for a bit and do some stuff. But I'm not putting up with the government shit, right? I'm not putting up with that again. And so when you have the other guys that are like, oh, these guys are horrible, they say negative things about the government, they should be taken off the internet. It's like, are you fucking serious? Are you being serious here? It almost makes me wonder, like, do you have mental problems? Are you serious? Because when we're the ones that are trying to warn people of the dangers by showing the dangers in the evidence, it really makes you wonder, like, what is wrong with these people? What is wrong with these people? It's just insanity. It's just insanity. And they're always trying to take us off YouTube. They want us taken off of YouTube, I'm like, why do you want us taken off of YouTube? Aren't we the ones that are warning people about the communist regime? Aren't we the ones that are telling people about the safeties and the measures that they should take and the things that they should be careful about when traveling to a foreign country? Aren't we the ones like preparing people for like the cultural differences, the social differences for going to other countries? You know, because it definitely happens, right? There are some differences in countries. There are some differences in places. China is different, right? And not everything is going to be perfect for you when you get there. When you first get there, it's probably going to be wonderful, right? It's always wonderful when you first get there because you have that honeymoon period. But again, it's just this idea that actually people think this, that because they can't win a debate with us, because they can't prove their point, because they're not louder, that they should just have our channels taken down. Think about that for a moment. That's the Western versus the Chinese thinking. And China, when you don't like something, what do? Well, you complain to the government, right? And that's what they do. It's the same thing for attacking foreigners all the time. You know, they say they do this thing where they try to find information about you and your family and your friends, and then they say, well, we're gonna tell everyone, we're gonna get you in trouble with the government. Think about that for a second. That's how it works in China, right? When they don't like you, they try to take your information, and then they try to lie, and then they try to turn you into the government. You know what I mean? Like, as a Westerner, like how many Westerners out there, or people just in general, if you wanted to take someone's information and you wanted to get someone in trouble by contacting the government, how would you do it? Could you do it? You know what I mean? Like, could you? I wouldn't know how to do it. Like, am I going to dial 911 and be like, hey, this dickhole on the internet, you guys, like, what do you do, right? But again, like, China has that type of stuff. China has a website that you can go to and actually complain about foreigners and actually like get them deported, get them arrested, get them in trouble, right? Because that's the difference. So you have the foreigners that are on YouTube here, and they're repeating the propaganda. They're repeating what the Wu Mao are saying. They're repeating the nationalists, and they're saying, well, we've got to get these people kicked off YouTube, right? Have you ever seen like Serpents at A or Lawa 86 or whoever come out on the internet and be like, oh we've got to get these guys, you know, we've got to get them just kicked off YouTube for no reason, you know. Now if they were doing negative things, you know, which quite obviously we do get attacked. It's understandable. People should be kicked off of YouTube. But when you're talking about like kicking people off with thousands of subs, you know, in my channel is just a small channel. But when you're talking about people like Serpents at A, you know, Serpents at A and Law 86, 1 million subs between them, you know, or more, or whatever, right? It comes to show that like they have some staying power. That they've been around for a long time. They've kind of proven themselves as not crazy over the long term. You know, and it just goes to show that like they're not doing that type of stuff in the background, because if they were, they would have been caught a long time ago. And regardless of their channel size, if they did something negative to deserve to be kicked off YouTube, they definitely would be. They would be kicked off YouTube. Same thing for me, right? If I was you know, doing something that was super negative on YouTube, I would be kicked off of YouTube. And that's just the way that it is, you know. Let me read some comments here. Hey, Prime Salt, J-Hole Nation? How did people come up with all the names? J-Hole Nation simultaneously posting about how there is so much hate in the Chinese YouTuber community and fomenting that innate hate against people like Serpenta. Yeah, you know, here's the thing. Like, it's really funny. The Serpent's A thing is really funny because he's a large channel, right? So everyone gravitates towards him automatically. And I find that a lot of people, and this is just me as someone, as an opinion, and this is just my opinion, but I like Serpent's A as a person. I think he's a good person. But I've noticed that a lot of people gravitate towards him in an effort just to gain help for subscribers. And he is a very helpful person, and he does offer that to people quite often. But the amount of people that stab Serpent's A in the back is like fucking insane. You pretty much look at every single shill, and all of them have been helped by Serpent's A in the past or known by him. And it's just really, it's insane, you know? He's like the friendly stepping stone. Like, he helps people, and then they stab him in the back. And I don't know. It's just insane. I don't understand. He's such a nice guy. He's much nicer than I am. I would not help nearly as many people as he does. Saw today on Jayo Matt's WeChat is he's having shilltastic dinner with Slow, Special Barrett, and Ningbo. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. It's like, here's the thing. I don't try to pick people's friends, you know, and I tell that to everybody. Like, if you are one of these pro-China, and you want to talk to me, anti-China, whatever you want to call it, I don't try to pick friends with these people. I tell them, you talk to whoever you want, you know, and that's okay. But it's like, I don't know. Do they? What good is it for them to get together? I don't know. Like, would I like to meet some of my buddies and my YouTube buddies and hang out with them? Sure, why not, right? Why not? But these people do it like they're practically dating. You know, they do it like once a month. It's like, holy shit. They don't even live close together. That's the other thing. That's part of the other reason that, you know, like, it's all paid for, right? When you start hanging out with your friends every month, and they're part of the propaganda, and so are you. You know. Please hit the thumbs up. Yeah, that's true. Hit the thumbs up if you guys can. Thanks, Mr. Dr. Death, for typing that into the comment section. On YouTube, it all boils down to financing what is demonstratable. There isn't even paper trail in Western countries, and like, yeah. Well, you know, that's the thing, is like, YouTube is not really set up for the type of propaganda and stuff that, like, they want to represent on the platform. It's like, you know, Westerners don't understand that shit a lot of times. They're like, why are we watching this video like this? You know, like, if you go watch like CGTN videos and you're a Westerner and you don't know anything about China, it's like, why am I watching this? What's going on? Like, why is this little kid playing with this? You know, it makes like no fucking sense, because it's like propaganda, and it's like geared towards people that are like used to being fed propaganda. So even the average person's like, I don't get it. I don't understand. And, you know, it's just like the differences in platforms and the differences of the way that they do things. It's fucking weird. And they don't understand that, like, part of the reason that nobody trusts them is because people see the difference immediately in the differences of content and things, you know? Lonely Fly. Have I heard of Lonely Fly? I don't know who that is. Let me type it in. Lonely Fly. Am I supposed to know this person? I don't know. Maybe somebody can fill me in. Maybe it sounds really suspicious, but you know, of course we have a group of people, and we talk about things, and I get most of my information and sources of information from friends and things like that. I don't care about there's a lot of people that, like, we know of that make videos that, like, I don't even care. I'm like, guys, you know, maybe I should widen my range of people that I talk about, perhaps. I don't know. Like, if there's people I should be talking about, maybe I should start doing it, you know. Should we start calling China Shills veggie dancers? It's definitely one of their monikers. It definitely is. Like, it's one of their names. It's definitely one of their names. I'm going to scroll down here. Morning says YGZ Taiwan. If you guys like my channel content and my type of stuff, check out his channel. He's in Taiwan. If you want to move to Taiwan, check out his channel. He's a cool dude. He's British. He knows how to drink beer, but he knows how to keep it together when he's drinking his beer. I mean, what more can be said? I guess I don't know. He edits on some of my videos. Usually, when I'm too lazy to edit, I send it to him and he does it. So yeah, there you go. You can check him out. He's a cool dude. Let's see. If you studied finance, Mitchell, if you studied finance, you know. Let's see. Yeah, here's the thing. Like, I don't understand, even from a financial standpoint, why CCP pushes these people for propaganda. It's such a waste of money because I feel like, you know, these people convince such a little percentage of population of people. It's like they're only like convincing their own people. Like, I don't know what like CCP spends on propaganda for like flying these dorks around, but like, what a waste of money. What a waste of money, you know? I talk shit about CCP for free. Don't nobody pay me anything. I mean, sure, I have my patrons, I have my donators here on YouTube and the advertising revenue, but like that's not shit, you know? That's nothing. Serpent is Mandarin competency, and yeah, like here's the thing: when you talk about like Serpent A and LY86, like these guys have traveled China. You know, not only have they traveled China from like north to south, like they've done it on fucking bikes, like motorcycles. Think about that for a second. They've done it on motorcycles. They've stayed in a lot of these like really small towns that like you will never have the opportunity to stay in, and that's something that like it's really difficult to say because it's kind of hard to navigate your way through China as a foreigner in certain situations because the idea that like you're blocked from going to certain hotels, like that's real, man. I myself have been denied access into certain hotels because I was a foreigner, and the idea that like there's certain places they don't want you to go, like that's very real. You know what I mean? So the idea that they even went from north to south on motorcycles, to be honest, is like it's insane. I don't know how they pulled it off even, you know. Like could they do it again? Like maybe not. Maybe it would be even more difficult now than it was then. I don't know. People waking up to your efforts are necessary and appreciated. Yeah, you know, like I keep drilling the same things and a lot of the same videos and live streams because like people got to understand that China is not the friend of the world. They're the modern day Nazis. They're the people that are going to go out of their way to, you know, change wherever you're from in your country and to take it over and to be a part of them, right? And I know a lot of people are like, you're American, look at the history. But it's like, dude, what about now? Like, forget that shit years ago. Let's talk about now. Like, look about now, you know? If you want, like, British people and, like, Americans and just the Westerners in general to apologize for some shit that happened years ago, like, you know, whatever, go right ahead. But look at what's happening right now, you know? Is a translation from Chinese. He was an ultra nationalist. Yeah, I would believe it. Like, I always thought like being an ultra nationalist, being nationalist to the extreme is like, no matter where you're from, it's always stupid, right? No matter where you're from, it's always stupid. It's never, you know, like even in America, like, yes, I love standing for the national anthem. I love flags. That's great. You know, I think all that stuff is it's good to be patriotic, but like, there's definitely a line there. You know what I mean? There's definitely a line. Do you think CGTN should have its YouTube channel removed from the site? Yeah, of course. Sure, I do. I think it's bullshit that the you know that China blocks everything, and you know, and that they come here on our internet, you know, and I think it's funny how like China always like anytime like something considers being blocked in the West, like it's such a knee-jerk reaction from China because like they're so used to us like giving them those freedoms for so long That like it's like when we went to ban Huawei, they're like, oh, like you can't do that. And it's like bullshit. Like, we can do what you've been doing. We can ban something if we want, and it's just hilarious because it's like if we ban like one thing, think about all the things that they've banned. If we banned one website, for our people, from viewing, like it would just be people would freak out. You know what I mean? Even though, of course, like China bans multiple, hundreds of websites, not just from America, but all over the world, right? And it's like nobody bats an eye, So, showtastically fantastic, yes. Anyone watch CMO Punk's recent video? Yeah, CMO Punk is a new guy on the rise. He's kind of I like his content. It's good. I think he's like everyone else. He just needs more practice, more content. That's what we all need, though. It's not to complain. Definitely a lot of potential, though. I think his channel is going to be growing a lot in the future. And he seems like a cool guy. I haven't talked to him much. Seems like a cool guy, though. So let's see. Nice beer reference there, Prime. Yeah, I mean, you're not exactly like. I don't want to say that. I don't want to say that because I don't want your stalker to like come back out and whatever. Yeah, YGZ's edits. Like whenever I'm like, fuck it, let's just make fun of somebody. I'll send him the A-roll and I'll tell him some of the things that I want to do in the video, and he makes it happen. I think a lot of the things he does I could do, but it would take me a lot longer, and I don't have the patience. He likes editing, and he enjoys it, and he does a good job at it, and people are always excited to see his edits. And so for me, it's just easier to be like, here, bro, if you want to do it, you can do it, and he's good at it. So sometimes a video has to be serious, and it can't be funny, but if it can be funny, then that's who I send it to. Lonely Fly is a random mainlander who complained about the government on the net with predictable reaction from the CCP. His granddad had tea with the cops. Yeah, that usually happens, huh? That usually happens, right? A lot of people, like, again, it gets back to like the whole thing about like identity. Like Chinese people, even when they go abroad, they're afraid to death that like they're going to get in trouble like back in their homeland, because like if Wu Mao or nationalist or whatever can find something and nitpick at it, like the cops will like visit their family and shit. It's so embarrassing that like you have an entire government that gets upset when someone says something about them on the internet. Think about that. Someone says something about you on the internet and you send the police. Don't the police have better things to do? Like, come on now. Guerrilla freaks me out these days. I used to watch his videos, but he is not very creeper. Like, that's the thing. I think at one time, like, a lot of people liked Guerrilla's videos, and it just became more and more of the same. And, that was it. Like, it got old, and he kind of changed. He was another one that was friends with Serpent ZA. He had a couple videos he did, like collabs with, and they were all buddy and, whatever. And then all of a sudden, like, he said some really negative shit towards Serpent ZA, and, Serpent ZA basically told him to die in a fire or something like that. It's not exactly what he said, but he just experienced his dislikeness of some things that Guelo was saying about him, which was weird because Serpent ZA never said anything negative about him. So I don't understand why Guelo like went off the edge. It was kind of weird. Matt from Yo-Yo Nation is the most annoying, acting youthful, carelessly, or flipping his split. Yeah, here's the thing, like he's always the victim, right? He's always like, I didn't know, just didn't know, he always just plays the fool. And you can only play the fool so much before people are like, come on, bro, come on, man, you can't be the fool forever. You can't do that. Hey, Prime, do you miss China? Hell yeah, I miss China. Of course, I miss China. The guo kui and the rotiamo and all that stuff, man. I miss like just going around. The thing that really was insane about China and especially the big cities in China is like you just walk down the street and you see like an alley and you're like, I wonder what's down there. You're like, I wonder what's down there. And you walk down there and there'll be like some fucking restaurant, some like a car repair place. You're like, what the hell? Like, I didn't know this was here. Like the last apartment that I lived in China for the longest time, I didn't know that basically like 2 or 3 blocks down, there was essentially like a mini Japantown, I guess you would call it. There was like 2 blocks of like of just Japanese restaurants that were completely blocked off. Like they had like no cars could drive through there. And I was like, what the hell? There was about like 15 sushi places and Japanese food places. And it was like, it was so close to where I lived, but like it's too far by bus and too far by metro, but like you've got to walk there. You know what I mean? I definitely miss China. There's a lot of things about China, that I talk about all the time, especially with my wife. I'm like, man, I really miss this about China. It happens all the time. It's just that situation of, again, and I hate to say it and be the negative Nancy, but it's just the government, man. It really is. I don't know. Maybe I would go back. Maybe I would unlist all my videos and go back to China for for a couple weeks or something, and then come back. I don't know. If Guelo continues to drink the way he does, he will disappear within 5 years. I mean, not to be like that guy, and I don't wish death on anyone, but he might be dead in 5 years anyway. Isn't he like 97 years old? Oh, come on now. How old is Guelo? He's retirement age at least, right? Oh God. Guelo 60 should continue to wear a bathrobe. Oh God, please don't say that. The thought in my brain is just like I'm just like vomit all over my keyboard. Prime, do you know the story of Lonely Fly? I don't. I apparently like this Lonely Fly thing. Maybe I know of it, but don't know of it. Like I said, I read a lot of stuff. To be honest, I read so many things on here sometimes that like I don't even know what it's about. I don't even know what's going on. I'm like, holy shit. I read so many stories that a lot of times like it just molds into one. Because I think that's the thing. Like you hear about so many people like getting arrested or disappearing in China that like a lot of times you forget about this shit, it happens so much. Let's see. You see, Chinese government telling foreign companies how to act. Yeah, that's true, right? Let's be honest. Like a lot of foreign companies that go to China, the reason that they're in China is because they want to treat their employees the same way that the Chinese companies treat their employees. If they had to pay and treat employees the same as they do in the Western world in China, they wouldn't even do it. Let's see. I've tried sending you super chats during 3 separate lives, and they refused to go through. I sent one on a different channel today, and it worked. Is there a way? I don't know. I know this sounds really strange. I have no idea about any of the super chat stuff. I have to be honest. Like I just went one day and turned it on. Like it was like, hey, people can donate you money, and I was like, okay. I'm like, I don't know about it. People were like talking to me about stickers and shit. They're like, dude, you should get stickers. I'm like, what? I can give you guys stickers? I'm like, what the hell? Maybe I should be more proactive with my community. I feel bad now. I have such a good community of people, and I put very little effort like into giving back to the community. I shouldn't be such a dick. I admit. It's kind of like Patreon. Like, I appreciate the money that I get from Patreon, but I feel so bad because I don't know what to do with Patreon. Patreon is this weird thing where it makes me feel like I have to reimburse people for their money. Like, if you donate me money, I want to give you something. I want to do something for you, but what do I do, damn it? What do I do? I don't know what to do, so, I don't know why it refuses to go through. I've had certain people donate lots of money before, multiple times in a day even, so I don't know why it wouldn't work. Let's see. Chayo is the Peter Pan of Rent Boys. He plays the university student X. Yeah, right? It's like, do you miss the hairy Chinese vagina? These girls never shave their snapper. I mean, I'm married, so like, that's truthful though. They don't shave. Do I miss it? I'm married, so I mean, like, but if you're a single guy and you're going to China, yes, that's a wonderful thing. Chinese women are great. We will leave it there. Chinese women are great. They're very beautiful, motivated women, hardworking, smart, speak multiple languages usually. No complaints from me. I know some foreigners have they have the thing where like, Chinese women are horrible. They take all my money. Like, well, just be a man and be like, no, bitch. But I don't know. EXA from the ashes. Money isn't the issue. They're trying to make it sound like you're poor. They're like, is your bank account empty? Do you have any money in there? That's so horrible. How people gonna do that? Don't you have $3? It's like, damn it, I got the money. Settle down, people. Have you ever like went to a restaurant and you like hand them your credit card and then it doesn't work and it's for like $20 and they look at you like, I'm like, that happened to me the other day for Valentine's Day. My wife and I, we went out for sushi and we like we hand them the credit card. And like, it wasn't activated. Like, we'd always just use that credit card for online ordering. And I was like, well, let me use it in person, wow. And then they come back with the credit card and they're like, it doesn't work. It doesn't work. And I'm like, it better work. Like, the limit on there is like, and then I was like, oh yeah, I never activated it. So then I had to like try to like explain it and like activate it and be like, yeah, we're activated. Feel like an asshole, Yeah. I just see the U.S. flag flying out the front of the huge. Where? Hey, don't forget to put a couple bucks in the Patreon. It's good for us outing the shillage. Yeah, like, here's the thing. The thing about the money, like, and people just putting some money out there is I think there's this idea that because shills get reimbursed somehow, like by travel or by pay or by like, it's true. Like, people like Serpent said, hey, don't get me wrong. That guy, like, he makes a lot of money off his channel, but he's been doing it for 10 plus years. Right? He's got thousands of videos. He's put in effort for years. And I'll tell you now, like, knowing him, that dude works hard. That dude puts in effort. That dude edits every single day. Okay. Not many people have the work ethic that dude does. And that's why his channel is so large. And people don't understand, like, well, I know people do understand though, but it's a lot of work to put out channels, to put out videos and content and things, and even just to do a live stream. Like, I enjoy doing it. I love talking to all the people that come and watch. but it doesn't pay the bills really. It doesn't pay the bills, and that's not your fault as a viewer. It's just we have to create time that we can do it. So, living in China seems to be sarcastically shilling cut through the bureaucracy of running a business in China. I could be wrong, but I think living in China's wife is fairly well off. Again, I could be wrong. I don't know at all. He could completely come and correct me and say that I'm wrong, but I think she does fairly well. Damn Chinese snappers can't take it bigger. They complain or even start bleeding. Yes. Business. Do you contribute to any Patreons yourself? No, I don't. I usually give PayPal donations to people. And the reason that I do that is because for me, Patreon is like, again, it makes me feel like you have to give something in return. When I don't feel like, for me personally, I'm the kind of donator that if I donate, it's because I like your content, or I agree with it. And, I will say that the most I've ever donated was 500 to a single YouTuber. But like, I think that YouTuber also saved me a lot of money. So I wouldn't say that, maybe it was a little different, right? Maybe it was that they were giving me something that I couldn't have gotten. And perhaps that's why my Patreon is not so popular, right? Because I'm not giving anyone except my word and my experience. Living in China, runs a chain of English language training centers with his wife. He seems to come from a well-off background. Yeah. You run into those foreigners in China that seem to have that seem to do very well, and they're very smart people, and they have the understanding of business and finance and things, and then you run into the teachers that just get drunk and that's all that they do all day. They just get drunk, and when they're not working at their school or wherever they work, maybe they have a different job, but they're drunk all the time. Living in China's wife seems to come from a well-off background. I don't know. Like I said, I've talked to him a couple times. I don't really know him very well. He's one of the people that I'm not sold on, in the sense of I want to be like, oh, he's completely a shill. He's still on the edge for me, but I'm very forgiving. I still leave Haza on the maybe not a shill plane, and same for living in China, maybe not a shill, Whereas if a lot of people are like, oh my God, Prime in China, Haza is definitely a shill, and I'm like, well, let's give him a chance, I try to be kind and respectful, but who really knows? Who really knows? Just not sure. So, Mr. YGZ Taiwan, are you at home right now? Do you want to come on stream and talk with me, or what do you want to do? Let's see. Living in China is an enigma. He keeps things close to the chest. Probably smart. Yeah, right. Nice lips color, Mike. Nice lips color, Mike. Every time someone says Mike, it makes me want to be like, yeah, Mike. Yeah, let me. Okay. The color. Man, that's really weird. I've never had someone be like, bro, your lip color. Like that's nice, man. Like I'm not sure what that means, actually. I'm not sure if that's like a sarcastic attack here. Like what is the what goes along with that? I'm not sure. I'm a little scared right now. Like should I be doing something? Like I mean, getting kind of, you know what I mean? Like I'm about to, like y'all getting kind of weird, man. I'm gonna have to mask up on this one. I don't know what is going on. Like holy shit, these people are starting to comment on like my lip color. Like bro, like what's going on here? Like do I smell funny? Like I don't, like what's going on? Like I'm getting confused. Like it's getting weird up in here. I'm just kidding, man. Um, like, no, mate, I'm feeling bad. No, I'm just kidding. I would never do that. Always do things for Chinese people and successful hinge on your relationship. No, we all hate we all hate Chinese people. We use Chinese people, you know. Let me start maybe another topic that will be in a video. My gosh. You know, like people always ask like about the things. They're like, are there things that you miss about China? Nah, let me see. I don't know what else to talk about. I feel like it's getting towards the end of the stream because I already pointed out the fact that like you can't just close people down because you don't like them, you know. He shills to appease his parents and all. Do people really do that? Oh, mama, baba. They're like, I want you to see my shiltastic love. My love for China. I love you. Oh, Mr. Dr. Death with the just what? Just do a mukbang stream and start eating? No, we don't want to see that. Y'all don't want to see that shit. Holy fuck, man. Nobody wants to see that. The Dr. Death $5 donation. Is there anything I can do with this? Is it possible? Like, I need to look into these stickers things and see what happens with stickers. I really do. I'll have to look into it because I feel like there's people that donate so often that it's like you should probably get something, even if it's just a sticker, you know. I've always suspected Lee Barrett has had a drug problem. Man, y'all know who Ozzy Osbourne is? Like, raise your hand. I know I can't see you. Raise your hand. But raise your hand, like, if you know who Ozzy Osbourne is. Because I feel like Daddy Barrett is like, he's on his way there. You know what I mean? Like, he's on his way there. I don't want to be like, we all know what Ozzy did. We all know why Ozzy Osbourne is like, Sharon. Like, we all know why he's there, right? Don't do drugs, kids. Don't do drugs. And I'm not saying that he's done lots of drugs in his past. But he's probably done lots of drugs in the past. That's all I'm saying. I admit I've smoked some pot. I admit it. I have smoked some pot in my lifetime. I admit it. But I ain't never done some shit like that, dog. Ain't never done nothing like that. Ain't never smoked no crack. Ain't never did no pills. Ain't never did no meth. I ain't never done shit like that. But admittedly, I have smoked some pot. But like some of these people, like Daddy Barrett, I'm just saying you don't get there by marijuana. That's all I'm saying. Have you seen the retarded facial expressions of the Barrett stickers? Are you sure you want to do that too? That would be... Do you have to use a face for a sticker? I don't know. I feel like all my stickers would just be fat and round. Does Nathan Rich hook Lee Barrett up with recreational pharmaceuticals? Perhaps. Hookers and blow. Yes, the good days of hookers and blow. That's definitely the time that Daddy Barrett comes from. It's the time of hookers and blow. Let's be honest. Hookers and blow, I know people still do hookers and blow, but like Daddy Barrett comes from like the time when Woodstock was like an everyday thing. You know what I mean? Don't worry about your lips. Matt from Yo-Yo Nation is the only man who... Okay, we're going to leave that one there. You know the thing where you kind of read ahead and you're like, oh. Yeah, no, the lip thing was pretty funny, actually. I thought it was hilarious. I was like, damn, I got somebody talking about my lips. That's crazy. I think it's funny, like, what people notice and what other people don't notice. Because I'm one of those people that, like, I always say this, I don't believe in ghosts, damn it, but I love watching ghost videos because I love, like, when you don't see it and then someone else is like, there it is, and like they see it. I love how perspectives from people is different and how people see things that other people don't see. Even if it does seem to be, uh, whatever. Low fan 60, low fan, like we need to compile a list of all these names of people, a giant list. Gay Pal 60, like we need a list of people, names. Ozzy has done shit tons of drugs in his past. Yeah, his autobiography. There was recently a documentary on him that came out not too long ago, and yeah, pretty crazy. Even though that's not my type of music. I grew up in the city. I grew up in the ghetto. Not my type of music. Definitely, definitely interesting. How does one always be gone from his home? I think Jayo has that very traditional wife family um, relationship with his going on there. I think his wife pretty much wanted a mixed baby. His wife is fairly wealthy, and she's willing to allow him to do those things because he's in return given a white baby. And I think that's I know that perhaps that sounds very strange to Westerners, but that is sort of a strangely common relationship that we see between foreigners and Chinese women in China. Is for some reason there's a lot of Chinese women that want a white baby, a mixed baby, and sometimes they're wealthier than the men. And as long as you're willing to give them that baby and to stay married and be in that relationship, they'll pay for it. So with Barrett, it's genetic. The son is just as dense. My gosh. Yeah, that's true though. I forgot which one of them was like tea comes from China? Which one didn't know? It was the son Barrett, right? Yes, please, Barrett Camel Toe stare stickers. Oh my gosh. That's a good idea. You know what we should do? The stickers shouldn't be of this fat face. It should be of their face. The shills. That's a damn good idea. That's a damn good idea, Mr. Mitchell. Very good idea. That's what we're going to do. We're going to get some stickers of all the shills, and I'll have somebody help me with it. We're going to do that. That's a great idea, actually. Why are his pupils the size of 10-cent coin? It's kind of weird because a lot of people notice that, actually. Like people notice that he has like some weird staring issue almost as much as people realize that I'm fat, and it's very obvious that I'm fat. So, hey Prime, you know how CCP took over the got the right of smart people to make less intelligent. Here's the thing, like the CCP, like they hate intelligent people. Like the super intelligent people are the ones that are always like the ones that get in trouble first. You know what I mean? And then the ones that usually are kind of dumb are kind of the ones that are put out in the forefront. Like as an example, you look at someone like Jack Ma. Jack Ma, now you create a business that large, you deserve some credit. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that. But what I'm saying is that Jack Ma is not the most intelligent person in the world. And if you don't think so, look at the video. It's like Elon Musk versus Jack Ma. And it's pretty much just like an hour or something of Elon Musk just going, oh, is this guy retarded? Like there are so many times where Elon Musk, and I'm not saying that you have to like Elon Musk or that you have to agree with everything he says, but I'm saying there's just so many times where he has this look on his face of like, why am I on stage with this guy? And you look in China, and the people that are always the smartest, the people that are always like, whatever, these are the people that are always at the most risk, you know? It's always scary for these people. So it's like, eh. Hi, Prime and China. Love your channel. Oh my gosh. Thank you so much. I don't know why I clapped there. I think I was yawning, so I was like, I gotta play off my yawn with a clap. Perhaps you can do that with other things too. You got like a sneeze coming on. I don't know. Can you play off a sneeze with a clap? Perhaps you can. Bad driving, you wreck your car, you just get out and you're like, fuck it. That was a hell of a wreck, man. You know, I don't know. I don't know. Dumbrill is a character for sure. Dumbrill is like, let me be honest. You know, people want to talk about like, they're to be on topic for this stream. Actually, people want to talk about like, you should close their YouTube channel. Like, have people actually seen what Dumbrill posts on Twitter? Like, come on now. The fact that this guy hasn't been banned by Twitter is like insane. Like, I'm going to go out of my way to say this, and people are going to be like, fuck that Prime in China guy. But if Daniel Dumbrill didn't look Indian, if he wasn't like a color complexion person, if he wasn't like under these circumstances, he would be kicked off Twitter a long time ago, because all that shit that he says is like he says some rude shit to people. He disrespects women. He disrespects Hong Kong people and Uyghurs and Tibetans. And he's not just like, screw you guys. Like, he says nasty shit all the time. I'm like, this dude's channel is a hate channel. And that's coming from me. When I'm like, dude, your channel is a hate channel, like, that's pretty bad. That's pretty bad, you know? I made drinking games for people wanting to quit drinking. Take a shot every time Barrett blinks. One. No, wait, that wasn't a blink. Sorry. No, definitely wasn't a blink. I'm always having Wu Mao attacking me on YouTube comments. Yeah, it happens, right? Here's the thing. I'll speak about this. Like, we had an issue where, like, Haza was like, hey, you know, I came to your comment section and like people said some rude shit. And I'm like, well, I understand. Like, it's the internet. We don't want people to say rude shit. But like, dude, some of the shit that like people have said to me on the internet is like, damn, like, it's way ruder than just being like, dude, you're a shill, you know? Like the stuff that people say to me is like insane. So let's see. Kane Raw. NOK. What? NOK. NOK. What money is that? Is that the Nokia money? Nokia. He's giving me Nokia. What? Norwegian krone. Norwegian krone. Okay. Norwegian krone. I have to look up Norwegian money now to see. No, I'm not like. Of course, I'm going to do the conversion. Don't get me wrong, which is very much appreciated. But I'm also going to look up the Norway money, because I feel like as Americans, we have the most like boring money ever. It's like almost always green. It's always the same color. See, like, once again, like Norway's money is like way better looking than our money. I wish I could like cash that shit out into cash and keep it. I have money from all over the world from traveling that I've kept, and it's like, it's always better than American money. Like, I don't know who anyone is on the money of like different countries, but I'm like, at least their money looks better. Except for China, it's all red. Like, that's bullshit. That's bullshit. Okay, let me scroll back up. Let me scroll back up a little. I don't know why. Let's see. Let me look here. What casino do you hit? Man, I haven't been to the casino in a while. Sadly, I didn't go for a while. I play craps. For people that don't know, I play craps. Last time I went, I did fairly well, but it was kind of up and down, and then I got up and I left. So I was like, Haven't been in a while. I should go though. I should go. Give me something to do. I think Jayo's wife just got a Tesla. I wish I had a Tesla. You know, if I had a Tesla, if I had a Tesla, I would live in that son of a bitch. I would live in it. I would drive that thing from like here to California and just make videos constantly in it. I would make anti-CCP videos in my Tesla. You know, I just would. I know that sounds pathetic and strange, but I would. Let's see. They most likely do love each other. Jayo is a liar and kind of a psycho. The thing about Jayo that gets me is like he had like there's videos of him saying things and he's still like, no, I didn't say that. And it's like, do we need to watch the video again? Like he's kind of self-absorbed a little bit. Like I always say, he's the only person I know that goes to super amazing places and he like has the camera pointed at himself. He's like, hey guys, I'm here. I'm on planet Mars. I've literally just discovered, you know, foreign life on a foreign planet. And you're like, turn the camera. And he like, you know, he never does. You know, you're like, what the hell? He wants you to see just his face, you know. Oh gosh. You want me to come on? Yeah, Mr. YGZ Taiwan. Do you want to come on for a bit? You can come on and we can speak for a little bit. 911. Oh gosh. ER Sansu. Oh my gosh. That was like one of the most hilarious videos. You know, like Daddy Barrett was like, I'm gonna finally prove them wrong. And it's like, you learned how to count to 5? Okay. China expert counts to 5. Come on now. He's an expert. It's Friday night. Some funds for a drink. Inspector Ken. Should I be worried? This guy's name is Inspector Ken. Inspector. Let's see. I think I'm going to read comments really quickly and then get YGZ Taiwan on here so you guys can see him. He's so handsome and shy for you guys. And, you know, he's so shy and so handsome. I'd love a Tesla. Yeah, Mr. Kane Raw. If you if I ever get rich, I will buy you a Tesla. And if you ever get rich, you buy me a Tesla. How does that sound? That like doubles our chances of one day owning a Tesla, right? That's what we should do. If you lived in your Tesla, you would still have more square footage than most Hong Kongers. Damn. Yeah, especially if it's the SUV Tesla, you definitely would have more space then. You know, that'd be the thing. If I could, I wanna be like one of those big YouTubers where I'm like, yeah, let's have a meetup, guys. Let's go hang out. And then you go to a random state. And you're like, yeah, Prime in China is Prime in Arizona. And then you get there and like people actually show up. Because I'd be like, it's Prime in Denver. And I'd be the only motherfucker there. People would be like, who's this Prime in China guy? You know? But I'd be like, at least I've got a Tesla. Like, that would be okay, you know? Let's see. Jerry Good seems to be white South African refugee in limbo kissing arse. Yeah, you know, I say I talk to Jerry sometimes. I've had both ends of the stick from Jerry. I've had it where he's like, F you, mother effer, you suck, I hate you, die in a fire. And then I've had like long conversations with him where he's like a nice guy. And he admits that he wants to travel to other places and things like that. And, you know. So he's another like on the fence about this one. I still feel like there's hope with certain people, and I'm not saying that I'm trying to convert people. I'm just saying that there are certain people that it's like they're aware of things. Um, what made you leave China? The simple fact that like being American in China was being the naughty list. When you start going to restaurants and places and they're like, no, you got to pay 25% more. When you go to get your passport, or not your passport, but your visa picture taken, because you have to renew your visa, and the guy tells you that you got to pay 35% more because you're American, like shit like that. Like it just it annoys me because the amount of time that I lived in China, I guarantee you that I paid more in taxes than the average Chinese person. And it's like, you can at least not be like, you can at least not be a nationalist asshole to me and be like, oh, because you're American, you're going to pay more, you know? Like, I'm just like Chinese people, right? I don't dictate the laws directly of my country, like, sure, I can vote for people to be put in office and things like that, but I'm not sitting there twisting Joe Biden's arm or Donald Trump's arm and being like, "You do this, you bastard," like I don't do that. So when there's some kind of thing that happens in the world politically, and then like they want to blame all Americans, it's like, well, it's not my fault. Why are you blaming me? Namuvez deserves more debunking. I find most of his content very wishy-washy. It's very like easily debunked. He like walks around a mall in like Xinjiang and he's like, "Yeah, there's no Uyghur genocide here," and it's like, well, maybe it's not happening in the mall, but it's like maybe you go to the places that they actually have these camps at. Like maybe it would be different. Do you think I can get a job being a Wumao? Maybe. Maybe. I don't know. How do you like, what's the job application process for being a Wumao, I wonder? Let's see. Yes, Mr. Kane Raw. If either of us becomes rich, we will buy each other a Tesla. It's an agreement. And I won't forget. Trust me, if you ever see me on a stream in a Tesla, just be like, bro, did you get rich? And I'll be like, yeah, you caught me, motherfucker. And then I'll buy you a Tesla, of course. We'll have to invite Farley for a ride. Oh my gosh. That might be too much for one vehicle. I don't know. I like Farley. I really do. But he's crazy, man. He's crazy. Maybe he's too funny. I don't know. Why doesn't the US update their money? Is there a reason? I got to be honest. I want us to go cashless, kind of like China. I know a lot of people be like, nah, I want my privacy. But I'm like, man, I'm tired of carrying money around and debit cards and shit, some other people from other countries are like, oh, well, we're practically cashless anyways. We use Apple Pay and all that shit. I'm like, Apple Pay like works half the time here, So the troll in the box came back just as you said he went missing. Yeah, right. Isn't it funny how that always happens? It happened both times. Like both times I made a video about him, like he came back the next day. And I don't know. The movie shows happens when a rich little emperor grows up. He can't take criticism and has never had to do a laboring job. Yeah, I feel like he says a lot of shit on the internet that he wouldn't say in real life. You know what I mean? Like, yeah. Oh, look at AUS cash, Australian money. I know, it's so beautiful. As an American, it's like green. So, yeah. Norway is 90% cashless now. Banks are no longer banks. Really? I didn't know that. See, like that was the thing about China is a lot of people were like, I have to be honest. If there were some things about China that I definitely liked. One of them was definitely the fact that was the fact that China is really cashless. I always thought it was awesome. Um, because I used to love to just go into a store, pick something up, and just, you know, that's the thing. Like, even if if you didn't speak Chinese, you didn't have to there, in a sense. And well, not I don't want to say there. I mean like Family Mart, 7-Eleven. I don't mean in China. You should learn Chinese if you're going to China. If you're going to Family Mart, no, you probably don't need to speak amazing Chinese. But you could just hold up your QR code and you could pay, and it was great. So YGZ Taiwan says, what time is it over there? It's 8:30 p.m., bro. 8:30 p.m. 8:30 p.m. Maybe I will end the stream soon, get something to eat, and then perhaps maybe come back in an hour or so. And I don't know. I don't know. We'll have to see. Don't you fear the CCP cutting off your QR code or blocking your money? Actually, there were a few times when I was in China when when the QR codes and stuff would quit working, or like the banking in like Guangzhou would quit working, and like everybody I knew on WeChat, like their banking wasn't working. And as you can imagine, like when you have all your money in your bank account and you always use Alipay, and or you always use WeChat and all that stuff, and then all of a sudden you can't use it. It's like it's like alarming. You have to go to the ATM and get money out, and you haven't done that in years. So it's like, yeah, WeChat is a trash UI, and you need to rely on cell connection. Yeah, that's the thing. A lot of people feel that way. They're like, I want a debit card. You're very right that like if you don't have battery on your phone, like you're dead. You're done. And to prevent that, like most Chinese people carry around the power bank, right? They'll carry around the 10,000 power bank, and so their phone will never die. Fucking solar panels come out of their power bank and like flop up around them, and like a fire comes out on top, and it like generates electricity, and like Chinese people make sure that they always have battery power. And to be honest with you, I'll be honest, to play devil's advocate to what you're saying, which I don't disagree with you. I would still carry a debit card in China. It's very true. Like internet connection in China for your phone is very good. Like pretty much almost everywhere in China has connection. And that's something that like China can brag about. You get connection in China pretty much anywhere. You really do. You have to give credit where credit is due. But yes, a debit card, credit card is always going to be more reliable, in that sense. Yes, of course. Definitely agree with you. Mein Kampf. I've read that. I've read Mein Kampf, actually. But, okay, I guess I'm going to end the stream now. I want to thank people for their donations. I want to thank people, the UI on WeChat. I mean, I like the UI personally, but it's personal preference. But I'm going to end the stream here. I want to thank you people for donations. Thank you for all the comments, because without the comments, the stream wouldn't happen, because as you can notice, I usually talk about 20 minutes about the topic, and then an hour. We usually talk about comments and what everybody wants, so without the comments and you guys, there would be no live stream. So it is greatly appreciated. What do you think of teaching English in China now? I think it's not worth it. I think I would go to Taiwan. I think I would go to Japan. I think I would go to Korea. If you had that opportunity, that's what I would do. I think if you're underqualified in the sense that you have no teaching experience and that you want to get your feet wet, then perhaps China for a little bit, but um, I would get work experience elsewhere. That's what I would do first. Unless China changes the law and allows people, to come there and work without experience, that's what I would do. Because I've worked in many different aspects of China, be it in finance, be it in English teaching, and be it in different things. Like I've pretty much tried it all. I've done white monkey jobs, and the same thing that I find is prevalent all the way through, and that is that most companies, of course, are unprofessional, and that you're still dealing with the government of China. So if you could find another way, that's what I would do. Like, comment, subscribe. I know this isn't a video, it's a live stream, but thank you guys for watching and have a good day.